Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 56 of the Realm Recap. I'm Jason from Yakface.com, joined, as always, by Flyguy from Flyguy.net.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, interwebs. Another juicy Star Wars week of news and stuff we're going to share with you.
All sorts of good things, ranging from Hasbro and Sideshow and all sorts of good stuff. Book news, all that in a bag of chips. Yep. We will start things off this week, as always, with the Hasbro /vintage Kenner portion of the show. The biggest thing I would think that happened this week, we talked about this, I believe, on our last show a little bit, was the delay of the Ceremonial Princess Leia from the Waves 7 and 8 case assortments for the Black Series. There's been a lot of talk, since that whole announcement came down. I think, Jedi Temple Archives had posted that that the figure was pulled, and there was no official word, quote unquote, as to why or when we'd actually see them. But a few people out there, myself being one of them, emailed Hasbro and their PR team, Hunter PR, and they responded with a fairly straightforward response and clarification on what happened. And it's a production issue due to the soft goods. There's an issue with that, so she is still coming out. She's not a canceled figure. She's just coming later this year, which begs some more questions. As does that mean super articulated figures are continuing, during the whole Force Awakens type era? I think that seems to be a decent indicator of that's what's going to happen.
Well, I mean,
not that I doubted that they would, but
no, but I mean, even that figure, that's going to be very unarticulated if you look at it. I mean, it's really, if we share it again there, I mean, her lower portion is entirely skirt.
Right.
She's 90% skirt. So, yeah. I don't know. They could mix it and match it in with some of the 5POE, I guess, but I don't think so. But yeah, I would think so. I don't see them rid of 3.75, despite the kind of screams that it was going away. But I think you're of the same mind that things will continue quite healthily on for some time. So
yeah, so that's good news. That kind of calmed down some of the speculation and doomsday seers on the internet. How those things can happen on forums and chat rooms and
it all gets a bit
comment sections and Facebook and Twitter. So it's all better now. It's fine. No big deal.
Nice that they reacted quickly as well. So,
yeah, true. I mean, and it's amazing what will happen if you actually straightforward ask Hasbro a question, and they will get back to you. If it's something of this nature, where it's not something where it's an unknown, as far as it's not like a mystery figure or anything like that. It's a figure that's been shown for quite a while now, and it's in their best interest to clarify this before more bad press comes about. I don't know. It seems like Hasbro has been dealt a crappy hand here or there when it didn't have anything to do with them. But anyway,
I think Hasbro on any female characters that have any delays or something going wrong, people are just don't do it, Hasbro. So
Yep.
Anyway,
some additional Black Series images had popped up this week. I think these popped up on the Andrew's Toys Facebook page. These are of the Dagobah Test Darth Vader figure, as well as the Stormtrooper. Both of these figures, we've seen before. We've actually got the Stormtrooper before. That was released in the Black Series, first couple waves. But not bad.
That's right. I posted some. Yeah, no, but I mean, again, that TIE Pilot card's a good card. Still not sure that this weird Dagobah's Test Vader kind of figure seems a little. It's just basically Vader with a different head. Anyway, so yeah, there's more of those pictures up there. But yeah, another Stormtrooper. You're getting two of them, so I'm sure it'll be popular.
Yep, and so. Because this is one of the figures that replaces the Leia in that case. Or no, not replaces, but you're getting an extra one, I guess.
Yep. So well, So I'm sure people wouldn't leave them swinging on the pegs or around on sites for too long.
What else? Also this week on Facebook, Stephen Hayford had received some advanced product from Hasbro. A lot of people recognize his photography as far as setting up those, holiday scenes and whatnot. But he received IG-88, the 12-inch figure, or excuse me, the 6-inch figure, as well as the deluxe Wampa with Luke Skywalker set, and posted some great
Yeah, they're looking fun.
great images on Facebook for those.
Definitely some really good stuff. So we know this is coming later on this year at some point, and it's great to see the arm there
Yeah.
coming off as well. I don't think we'd seen before.
Mm-mm.
Had we?
I don't think
I don't think so. So that's a brand new kind of reveal there, but I love the Wampa. He's looking great, and a good-looking look as well. Yeah, great photographs. He's taking every single angle as well. We get to see it all. So, yeah, it's going to go great with the Han and Tauntaun. I love his little quirky humor shots.
No hard feelings there.
No hard feelings. I just tore your arm off. You put it back on. So,
isn't that weird? I still, seeing that package shot, that Luke upside down makes absolutely zero sense in a package that doesn't have the, any kind of a screen shot behind it.
I know, it's such a shame. I guess, I mean, these things do cost money. A full color print at the back would cost money, but yeah, even just a black and white, just a snowstorm or something, just minimal, but yeah, it just it looks a little daft.
I mean, they're printing 4-color on the back anyway. Might as well throw a scene in there, but it's pretty good. I mean, people are going to open this up and not care about the packaging anyway, so.
Well, the Target pack was fantastic. The Shadow Squadron had a great color, albeit weird, Death Star background.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you'll live in hope.
Right. You had shared something this week. I caught this as well on Twitter. Stephen Dan from Walgreens had shared a interesting thing that you don't typically see as far as production number standpoint. He didn't give a number specifically, but he did say that he would advise collectors to pick up Boss while you can, because the figure doesn't have a huge production run. So
I find that surprising that it doesn't have a huge production run, but So look, I mean, again, this just goes back to what you and I harp on about every week, and pre-order these things. It's just, if you pre-order, then you get it and you cancel it, whatever you want to do. It just, if you want to stand a chance of getting these things, pre-order them, because so many people are disappointed. And
right.
I was just mentioning a review this week that the amount of people hunting around for a Darth Maul, and they're like $100 each.
I know.
It's just like, it's like, oh my god, pre-order these things. Anyway, never mind.
And it's funny about a figure like that, or even the R2-D2 still goes for a pretty decent amount of price on the secondary market. Like, I could go to a Target right now and find Darth Maul.
Really?
Yeah. There's one that I see all the time at this one out-of-the-way Target that's kind of by my work. It's like...
You could make it $80 in that, Jason.
But I feel so dirty,
Screw dirty, it's $80. No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just... I guess, I mean, again, the same with Leia and Greedo. There's a few of them everywhere, I think, obviously.
Right. And people are finding those, these later figures, like the Han and Stormtrooper and the Bosk at Walmart quite a bit right now, in the U.S. anyway.
Yep.
So they're on their way.
They're on their way. They're coming.
Let's see, some kind of more Kenner vintage-esque type news. General Giant this week unveiled a cool new 3-pack, which is kind of in the vein of their previous 3-pack of jumbo figures they had done. This one is of the villain set,
I like this,
which includes a Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, and the Death Squad commander. And this is a huge ass box. I mean, it's $200, and it's kind of a cool. I mean, for the fact that the packaging is really pretty decent, but also Vader and the Stormtrooper haven't been out for quite a while.
That's right.
So it's good to kind of get those back out there in some way. But
that Stormtrooper's going for about $200 on a Star Wars card, let me tell you. So,
right.
The
And Vader's got to be close to that as well, right?
Probably, yeah. He was one of the early sellers as well. He sold out, very popular character on card, but they look great. And I can't. Did the Death Squad Commander come out on his own?
Yeah,
Can't
I
even
have one right
remember.
here.
There you go. You dare reach for that?
I would. It's up on the wall. I don't want to take it down. But
I can't even remember that
it,
coming out. So there you go. It was a
it's
blinking
one of the
miss.
ones that didn't sell very well on its own. So I think I was able to pick it up for like $40. You know, these are
Yep.
regularly like 80 anyway. So that's the only
Well,
reason I have it, is because it was on such a discount.
that's right. Well, I mean, I think if you remember the droids pack, the
Right.
same idea, and we talked about it a couple of times when it first came out. Action Express, I think it was.
Yep.
Action, something like
Action
that.
figures.
And it was like $200 or something as well, or maybe $249 at one point. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But
I think I have a link there in my article,
there we go.
which links to that original posting.
We just did a link directly to the 3D studios there. I didn't have
Okay.
but yeah, eventually I think that came down quite a bit in price after some point. So
Yeah. That one was different too, because let's see, that included the R5D4, the Gonk droid, and who else? Death Star droid?
I think it was.
And then it also came with like an exclusive backdrop, like a
That's right.
cardboard fold-out
That's right.
three-panel
That's
type
right.
thing. So different.
It's a cool looking pack. I mean, it looks great. I mean, you're talking 12-inch for the figures there. If we just share that again alone, plus the height of the, well, I mean, it's nearly 2 foot in height. So
Yeah.
you need a big cabinet to display that thing. So
Yeah.
it looks good. And more
Let's see what
Gentle
else.
Giant.
Yes, they also, we had seen this before. I think it was on display at a couple previous conventions, maybe San Diego Comic-Con. But this is the Jumbo Logray, the Medicine Man Ewok. Pretty decent again. I mean, $80 seems a lot for a figure half the size of your other ones, but it does have more accessories than those other figures, so I guess that makes up for it.
I do suspect you might see this drop down in price a little bit in time, but
Yeah.
and sadly no carded shot. We don't. They
No,
seem to avoid
I
carded
noticed that as
shots.
well.
Don't know why. Never mind. Yep. If you want the drug baron of the Ewok Empire, then come and get him. He looks great. I think it's a fantastic looking figure. Takes me
Yeah.
back.
And what they have the Wicket one they've already released, so this is the second Ewok they've done. I wouldn't mind
That's
the
right.
Wicket, to be honest. I mean, that one's even smaller than this, but
Yeah. That's true. I think we jumped over one of the Rebels items, number 3,
oh, we did.
because it's worthwhile talking about this.
Yeah, people that missed out on finding the first wave, some of the figures from the first wave of Rebels figures at retail or via, pre-order or whatever. Some of those figures from that case assortment are making their way back out into production. There's a case assortment for Wave 3 2015. I'm not sure exactly what wave, chronologically that is over the whole line, but this case assortment includes 2 of the Stormtroopers, 2 of the Ezra Bridgers, like we need more of him, 2 more of the Inquisitor, 2 more Kanans, 2 more of Agent Callus, and 2 Choppers.
And those last 2 really are the gems. They're the hard ones to find. And this makes up for, because Hasbro had the very first case of 12 they had, they only served half their production run on that. And then they cancelled it. So a lot of people, that's why Agent Callus and Chopper was really short available in such small quantities. So yeah, there were a lot of people asking about that. So it'll be good to get those back again. So if you're still hunting for Callus and Chopper, get them this time. Pre-order them this time. Don't wait for them, because
all of these figures were available in that first case, but only one of each, because it was a 12-figure case and there was individuals of 12 characters. So you couldn't, if you missed it, someone got to the store before you and bought up the whole thing, well, you were pretty much screwed until the next time that store restocked, which never really happened. But again, it's a good sign for people wanting to find these figures that more are coming. So, and these will be available at Dorkside Toys, your place online retailer of choice, and in stores. So
We're definitely going to be all right with Kanan there, Hasbro. So whoa on
We'll
the
get to that.
Kanans.
We'll get to
So
that in a little bit with some of the reviews we had done this week. But yeah, I'm canoned out as far as action figures go. Um, at least do something different. He has no
yeah, I know. Paint something, anything,
something.
gun, weapon, something. I don't know.
Moving on to Sideshow Hot Toys statue news. Final production images were posted today. I think it was today by
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Sideshow for the Commander Luke Skywalker, which is the Hoth gear Luke. Looks pretty dang nice, to be honest.
This does, and the base is rocking. That looks fantastic.
Yeah, I love these new bases that they're starting to do now.
And the nice thing, I mean, that'll come off, I presume, the flat piece that'll sit on top of it. So that's nice. That's a really nice touch.
Yeah, this is one of those ones that includes the hexagon shape base, not the round standard Sideshow printed base. When you flip through a couple more of these images, you'll see the pack out there.
Oh, fantastic. That looks great.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that irks me. I have a lot of Hot Toys, is the continual changing of bases and stands. And I get it, they have to do it for, larger figures that fly or, have kind of jetpacks or whatever you want to prop them up. But, man, it's just like, so many bases and colors and shapes and sizes. So,
right.
But this looks good. Really, really good, actually.
What's really going to throw people, because all of the clones have been those circular standard bases that have the little, either the screen printed, plate that goes on there, or as far as the base itself. Imagine them changing the bases on on the next clone trooper. It's like, OCD.
It's going already for me. For Iron Man, it's out the window. So yeah, it's great. It looks great. Really good looking figure, and I think there was hand shots as well. I think they were updated, but I'm sure there was. I haven't had a chance to share them. So cool.
Very nice.
He looks good.
I think so. Also this week, just recently, a couple of days ago, images of the Revoltech Boba Fett had turned up online. They were released by Kaido. I think that's
right.
Pretty fantastic.
It is. It's looking really good. There's been a lot of talk about the joins on this, and there's a link down here to a larger gallery. Yeah, I think it's a great looking figure. We only put this up this afternoon, and half the stock has gone already. So he's incredibly popular.
I was one of those.
I know.
I had to pre-order it.
So it looks fantastic. It looks really, really good. And all the weapons and the accessories. I love it for the stand. That's the one thing I always kind of clamor for, is good stands for Black Series figures. And I know a lot of other people are the same, but some speculation in the Black Series group about this join and the, some of the joints maybe showing up in different places, but I don't know. I think that looks a great fit. It really does look great. And you can never have enough fits. That's what somebody was talking to someone tonight, and they said, why do you need this if you've got the Hasbro one? And I just replied, you can never have enough fits. So I thought that was a good enough answer. So he just looks great. It looks great.
Yeah.
And he's basically 5.9 inches, so just a little bit shorter than the Black Series 6-inch. But
yeah, it's got a lot of articulation. It's like you said. People they're not quite sold on the Revoltech line. I mean, this is what it is. I mean, if you've followed the Revoltech style, this is just how they work their joints, but you get more articulation out of a lot of these figures as compared to Hasbro. They're twice as expensive in most cases.
Of course.
But their feet are articulated, like the toes is like you get there's a joint there, and just some of those other ball jointed pockets. He's got ball jointed pockets on his belt there, and that helps with the crouching / lunging type poses,
flying, whatever it may be.
Right.
But they're well put together. Really, kind of advanced collectors that really want this stuff, and if I don't think people are going to have a problem buying this.
I don't think so either.
Hot sellers, the 3PO, the Stormtrooper, the Vader. Yes, we've had them in 6-inch from Hasbro, and that's a great thing at a $20 price point. But some people just want that. They don't want the Hot Toys price. They just want that little bit in between, and these are the figures for you. They're really good looking. So
yeah.
Cool.
Let's see. This was a weird one that a line that I'd not heard about prior
Me neither.
to Series
Yeah.
2. This line is called Star Wars Converge. I'm not sure who makes this actually. Bandai makes these.
Bandai.
So these
Yeah.
are kind of like super deformed type figures. In this Series 2, uh, there's Jango Fett, standard clone trooper, C-3PO, which doesn't look very episode. I don't know. It's kind of a weird mix of characters. You're going for a Attack of the Clones vibe here, but then they throw a
Mhm.
C-3PO and a Darth Maul in. But they're interesting. I think I'm not sure what they have for articulation, if anything.
I don't think they have anything. They're blind bagged packs and about 5 centimeters tall, so it's about an inch and a half or something. So they're not very big.
Oh yeah.
Boxes of 10. Yeah, so you're buying a box of 10 pieces for $37 plus shipping from Japan, probably about $15, $50
Right.
for 10 kind of, I don't know, figures,
Do they
vinyl dolls. I don't know. They're
like?
kind of
Yeah,
weird.
like I said, I've not followed this line before. Are there chase ones involved here? Being blind bag.
It doesn't say. I mean, what it does say is it comes with a piece of chewing gum too.
Oh well,
Well, there we go. That's the deal
10 of
then.
them even.
So yeah, it's a kind of trading item. Randomly packed boxes of 10. Blah 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 blah. So yeah,
Interesting.
it is interesting. So I'd love to see the outer pack shot, which is something sometimes we never get to see, but they look good. 5.5 centimeters. Yeah, it's about an inch and a half, I think. So they're not big.
Hmm.
That's some big guns on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of cute. There's been just a ton of stuff we've shared in this show over the last year from Japan, Bandai, Tomy, oi,
Yep.
lots and lots. So yeah.
What's next? Again, going back a little bit to Gentle Giant, they also revealed a very cool Zam Wessel statue that kind of came out of the blue as far as character selection, I would think.
Yeah, sure.
But it's nice. I mean, it's a full-bodied statue. She's crouching, but it's got her with her sniper rifle and interchangeable heads, which is cool. It's 300. It's $270. I'm not sure if it's that cool, but it's nice. I mean, I've picked up some of their statues in this line before. I think most recently we had talked about that Yoda Ilum
Mm-hmm.
statue, and it's a great figure in terms of quality and whatnot. So
Yeah, it's definitely a good looking piece, as you said. Maybe not 270, but it's you can see where the craftsmanship's going in. It's got the little can't remember the exact names of the little worms, but it's got those down at the bottom of the tube.
Cohuns.
Oh, there you go, trust you. Um, it looks great. It really does. The detail is certainly there, and it's nice to see a full-bodied statue.
Yeah, I didn't even notice those worms down there before when I was looking at the images. To be honest,
Just I know it's very
yeah, and she's
blown out the shot.
holding the little capsule thing.
So yeah, they're rather poisonous, Zam. So I wouldn't really
Yeah,
open the canister. You can just see them down the bottom. So it looks nice. Very cool looking piece. And use to pre-order if you want it.
yeah. I'm not sure. What did it say for availability on that? Do you
It says
recall?
nothing. It just says pre-order.
Hmm.
No date, no month, no time. There's no. Oh,
Availability.
tell like Q1 2016, January 2016 ish.
So that'll be there amongst the sea of Force Awakens product.
Yeah, it's gonna have to fight to stay alive. That's for sure. So yeah, kind of weird character choice to come out the blue after so many years after Attack of the Clones, but it's looking good. It's nice to see some representation of some kind of lesser known characters.
Let's see what else. Some moving on. Oh wait, there's a skip to number 6. The 3A alternative information you had posted recently.
Yep.
Um, if you wanted to talk about that
Sure,
a
yeah.
bit more.
Just a little bit more. Just been speaking to Ash, with the guy who runs this, just on Twitter. Just managed to get a little bit more from his newsletter as well, which was so. Again, if you don't know 3A, it's a kind of vinyl collectible company, very unique, very different, as Jason and I shared in the last couple of shows. They have a license. It's called Star Wars Alternate. So it will be not the norm for a lot of people. Don't expect very commercial stuff, but it'll be cool looking, very, very unique stuff. So what he mentioned there was a little bit more about the kind of figures that he's potentially going to be making. A heavy blaster rogue Jawa, so whatever that may be, but a really chunky, probably very cool, bizarre looking Jawa in some cases. But certainly Stormies, Vaders, and Bounty Hunters are definitely on the drawing board. So I'm just dying to see these. I'm a real fan of the unique stuff and customs, so yeah, we'll see what these guys reveal more if we can find out more soon enough.
Cool. I'm looking forward to seeing them as well. You know, again, we talked last show about them. They're kind of like steampunky almost, or I don't know how best to describe them, but yeah, they're pretty cool. What scale do these typically run? Are these 12-inch scale?
Well, I've seen some 1/6. I've seen smaller, kind of vinyl, smaller collectible figures, but it just depends, I guess. But I think this is going to be the 1/12 scale.
Cool.
As far as I can tell.
Let's see. Moving on to some other bits of news here. You had shared an article of some customs here by Tyler Pickup.
That's right. Basically got in touch. He just was a fan of the show and got in touch on my Facebook page. Said, "Hey guys, I just wanted to share this with you." In fact, what he said was, "Hey Flyguy, I wanted to share this with you and Yakface. Was hoping you could show these pics on your next episode of the Realm Recap." Well, there you go. We did. So basically, what he's doing is he's taking Clone Wars figures and adding customized lights into the droids. So I know that just took me by surprise. So great job, Tyler. There's some of the droids. The photographs are a little dark, but you can see, obviously to show the lights, but you can see the little lights he's added. Remember, this is 3.75-inch scale, so he's spent a lot of time trying to get the wires and batteries in there in these figures, but I thought he did a really good job. So
yeah, that's really pretty cool, actually.
So I guess some dremlings going on and inside the heads and whatever it may be, but
cool. I like that a lot.
That is kind of cool. So I don't know what he's done here. He's added some text. So there you go. Thank you, Tyler, for watching the show and giving us these little pics to share. So yeah, same for anyone else. If you've got something, just drop Jason or I a line. We're everywhere, and or leave it in the video, and we'll see if we can share it on the show.
Sounds good. Next bit here. There was a new Hikari Greedo that had turned up. This is one of those Funko figures we had talked about the last couple shows, but our friends at Vinylmation World had found a link from Australia, and this is a
Pop Culture,
a new deco variant of Greedo. It's called the Sublime color.
I like it. So yeah, that's going to drive people insane. 750 limited edition. So
yeah,
this is what we're seeing. I mean, we're going to see purple thing versions of Greedo, glitter versions, see-through versions, white and black. It's if that's your thing, then get ready. It's going to get busy.
Still available.
Well, there you go.
On the pop culture side, I don't know if these are. It said available worldwide, so I don't know if that means we'll see U.S. distribution of this figure from, let's say Entertainment Earth, because I think they've been carrying these.
I can't imagine Pop Culture taking on 750 of these.
Right.
It's a fairly hefty purchase. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they just get advance notice of it, but it's not been solicited by Funko to distributors, so don't know. Might be some kind of limited edition. There's nothing mentioned on the packaging that it's
exclusive to them.
Yeah, there's nothing there. I've never seen a vendor exclusive Hikari as yet. I may be wrong, but
yeah, not that I can think of.
Well, Entertainment Earth had some. My apologies, they had some. So okay, there you go.
What else? Let's see. A little bit of custom stuff here. Echo Base computers. Style computers for dioramas from Hole in the Ground Productions. He had sent out a notification that they were ready for prime time, essentially.
That's right. They look great. I like them.
Let's see.
So if you want to build out your Death Star scenes, you can have these little consoles, and there's unfortunately not a bigger picture of those stickers, but this sticker sheet looks great with all the screen accurate colors, and well, I guess it was basically a power station they used for some of these shots. So yeah, cool. Love the stuff these guys
so I
do.
guess you customize these as far as a color and whatnot, paint them up a gray or
Nice.
whatever, and then you slap the stickers on to finish them out. I mean, it beats trying to have to handcraft graphics or customize your own displays. So yeah, it's very cool. Again, from Hole in the Ground Productions. Our friend Kevin Gothrop, who runs
Someone else we know and love.
yeah, someone else runs Star Wars Notebooks. Who he takes old card backs, from vintage figures, even the current, well, not current anymore, but the vintage collection line. He makes spiral bound notebooks out of the card backs. So you have a front and back from a vintage card, and then paper in between for notes and sketches or whatnot. Pretty cool.
They are very cool. I've got one somewhere. I thought I had it around, but it's around here somewhere. You gave me one years ago. So yeah, they're great. I love them. I don't know where he gets all the card backs. I need to ask him where he finds these things, because these are not easy to come by.
No.
So yeah,
but he's got these up for sale on his Etsy store, and this until Celebration, he's running a 20% off discount off all of his product.
I mean, some of those cards. I mean, I know they're in a little tatty condition, but some of them people will still buy them. So they're kind of hard to come by those limited figure release ones. Empire card. So there you go.
Yeah, it's fun seeing them. Like similar, or at least related characters bound together. Like C-3PO and R2-D2 in that particular one. It's a cool card to have. It's got the point of purchase thing, or proof of purchase thing cut out on it, and when it has that vintage charm, I guess. The bubble is torn off and whatnot. So,
and they're surprisingly rigid. The one I've still had for years. It's really, really tough. The card with the paper in it and the spiral, but so yeah, it's a great looking piece to have as a notebook.
Let's see what else. Moving on to a little bit of Celebration stuff here. Friends at Jedi Temple Archives had posted a teaser of their upcoming exclusives that they're going to have. They'll be giving these out at throughout the show. I guess it's vintage related. That's what I would think.
It is, I think, obviously, but not quite sure what's going on here, Paul. But maybe you'll tell us soon enough. But printed cards. I don't know. Don't know what's going on.
So Monday, it looks like they're going to reveal what the whole deal is there regarding that exclusive, anyway. So check back with them on Monday. This item you had shared, the world's largest Star Wars painting is going to make its debut at Celebration.
Yeah, again, it was the vintage thing that caught me here, but this is a mammoth piece here. 8 foot high, 15 foot wide. It took them 2,000 hours to complete, and 2,000 hours over 18 months. So if you're at Celebration, at least swing by and take a look at this thing, because these guys spent a lot of time on it. But it's just incredibly unique, really bizarre, strange images, and all sorts of kind of stuff here. Let me just go back into that slideshow, it'll be a little bit easier. So there you go. It's all based off vintage characters and how they appeared, and biker scouts in there and stormtroopers, but it's just intricately loved and done. A bunch of figures they use for reference. Yeah, all the little details. Rancor on the corner, a little Gamorrean guard, a bantha there. It's just, look at the size of that thing.
Wow.
It's just huge. So again, I love when people spend just hours on Star Wars. It deserves to be shared. So I'm definitely going to check this thing out. So lots and lots of cool work. And it's vintage, so it's automatically awesome. So,
yep.
So there we go. So
and
yeah,
did that in that article there? Did it say where it was going to be displayed?
Didn't say the exact location, I believe. I'll just have a quick skim of it again. Well, it's going to be somewhere that can accommodate 8 foot high by 15 foot wide. So
I think it's on display at the Rancho Obi-Wan exhibit.
So it is. It will have its first public display anywhere at the Rancho Obi-Wan. Yep.
Very good.
There you go. So. What a great place to put it.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to see it.
Exactly.
Let's see. Vintage Chivecast Celebration gift.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool things coming out at Celebration. A lot of cool gifts and things that are being shared by podcasts and shows. Some of them are really, really unique. And this one is a podcast that I loved at the Chivecast. Again, just purely vintage Star Wars. how cool is this? This is an Atari cartridge, a 26, or I can't remember the particular cartridge it was, but based on the Empire Strikes Back box. I think you've got one of these as well. But this Empire Strikes Back classic artwork, which everybody loves, although the game was a bit sad. The packaging just looks great. But this is going to be given away if you've paid to get into the archive party. And yeah, it just looks fantastic. So Archive Party number 2. So
Yeah,
I'd love to get one of them. So I missed the party. I missed the whole imitation thing. So it looks awesome.
Yeah, you mentioned that artwork, and that's the artwork that was the basis of our celebration shirt with Star Wars Action News from, I guess that was Celebration 5. We used that as the theme. So yeah, that's a very cool gift.
So yeah,
let's see. On to TV, movie, book, and game news. Big news this week was the reveal of the Star Wars Aftermath cover, which is the book that's immediately takes place after Return of the Jedi. Pretty cool, right. I thought.
That was neat. So yeah. So we'll literally find out what happened the minute the Death Star blew up, and whether all the Ewoks were pelted by shrapnel or
right.
not. So, so a little bit of HTML going on in there. But, so, yeah. The books are coming thick and fast, man.
Yeah.
I can't keep up. So
the cover looks really nice, to be honest. I mean, it's not often you see the Star Wars logo like that at an angle, plastered in the middle of the book versus at the top. You know, it seems like that's where you're used to seeing it. But it's a very artistic cover. I like it.
Yeah, very nice graphical treatments on this. They're really, again, they seem to be very consistent with the book covers so far, just in terms of the tone of them. But do like them. There's some audiobook versions as well. I didn't realize, but there's audiobook versions of the last couple of books already out. If you're an Audible fan, get out there and check them out. I had some snippets last week. So, yeah, if you don't get time to read it, you can listen.
Let's see. Also this week, Princess Leia number 2 was released from Marvel. I don't know. I think I'm done with this series, to be honest. It's kind of sad to say because it is technically it's canon. You know, it's one of those things that it's hard to now discount whatever's going on. It's just, I don't know. There's something about it that's different that I don't like. I think a lot of people are in the same boat.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the same boat as you. I'm just not quite sure what's going on. Maybe it'll come form its own over time, but I don't know. The first one did not grab me. It's like they're trying a little too hard. I don't know. But,
some flashbacky type stuff in there.
Yeah. It's nice to do it. So if you wanted it, you're getting it. So.
It's a limited run comic as well. I mean, I think it's only
5 issues.
5 issues. So I'm in it for 2 digitally. I have 1 actual physical hard copy for number 1, which is that Leia comic variant cover. So unless they throw another comic action figure variant in the line,
Me too.
I won't continue. But anyway. What else? Star Wars Battlefront, that game that seems like it's been around, talked about forever, is officially going to make its debut, and I don't know what that means exactly at Star Wars Celebration. I guess that means footage from the game?
I would have expected playable footage. If not, I mean, what are we getting? Another trailer? Really?
Yeah, last year we promised more in spring.
That's it. Yeah, some channel, exciting news. We will share news with. Basically, we'll get a demo ready if we can.
Right.
It'll be a trailer or something.
Right.
So.
And I think a trailer has been shown recently to some group. I can't remember where. I was hearing somewhere on Twitter this was being talked about, that new game footage had made an appearance somewhere. I'm looking forward to see it. I mean, from the trailer stuff that they've released so far at E3, that looked pretty decent.
Yep.
So
I'd love to see some toy tie-ins this time. At the time I thought it was fantastic. The Biker Scout with the sniper rifle
hmm
that was one of the Battlefront figures. Hasbro's multi-packs where they branched out a little bit. We got some unique clones and cool stuff, and you're going to reach up and get one. I knew you were going to do that.
so here's a Unleashed one. I almost said Force Awakens for this. Usually it's the other way, but yeah, here's a Force.
But that was a great pack too. That was a great pack.
It's got the Secret Apprentice, Sith Lord, Jedi Knight, which was in here. We've got a couple other ones up there, some of the 5-packs. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to get more product tie-ins like this with that game.
Yep. So yeah, hopefully Hasbro will do something. So even just one figure, just give us something. That'd be kind of cool. So
yeah.
So yeah, Celebration is going to be the place to hear about a lot of stuff. So.
That's right. Speaking of Celebration again, our friends Arnie and Marjorie released their recent show, episode 445. This is about how to maximize your fun at Celebration by having a bottle of water and a plan. And that makes complete sense to me. If you've never been there before, you need to have a plan of attack on how you're going to tackle one of these things. Because if you get overwhelmed easily, it could very well happen at an event like Celebration. It's like dreamland spinning around.
Yep. Well, I mean, as you and I both know, you can go to Celebration and sit in a room and actually not really move for the whole, as I did nearly in Celebration Europe. I just went in and out the room, in and out the room, and most of the rest of the stuff I didn't even see. So there's tons of streams going on. You do have to plan your show. And absolutely, to add to the bottle of water, I would say bring some snacks, some granola bars, muesli bars, something like banana or something. Food may be overpriced. It may not be that great. You'll be sitting in panels and things, and you'll be starving. And you don't want to waste time going back and forth to food vendors and queues. So, yeah, be prepared.
Food's always expensive at Celebration, no matter where it is. The past couple I went to.
So yeah, there might be some deep fried stuff, which
the
charm may wear off soon enough. For me.
What else? Moving on to some game stuff here. Again, Topps, this trading card game. I think they need a support group or something because it is. We've talked about it before, but it's very addicting.
Don't rub it in.
Have you played it at all?
No, they just, again, this whole ignorance of just ignoring the other platform. It's like,
sorry.
Like, I know, I
forgot.
No. So, but look, it looks good. I'm loving that they're continuing to go with it, but,
It is super addicting. They have new stuff that you have to try to chase, every day. There's complete these, collect these 3 cards and, you get bonus points. It's just insane. It's got people spending money left and right, for in-app purchases to get more credits to try to chase the special cards. I have a friend. I met with him on, Wednesday? We had a Jedi Defender Star Wars meeting, and if you have the app, people who are watching or listening, and if you go to and check out the top 25 players of the game, as of a couple days ago, he was number 14 out of all of the people that play this game, as far as having all of the cards and whatnot. It's pretty impressive. His name is Matt. I won't reveal his last name for. I don't know. I don't either want to embarrass him or out him,
I think that, I believe, and I might be wrong, don't quote me, but I believe this is also region locked to the US.
Oh, is it?
So, if anyone's watching, please do let us know in the UK, Australia, or Europe, wherever you may be. So, it's just weird the way they're doing this again. It's like, it's a trading card game. I don't know. Kind of strange. But it looks good. The cards look great. The design looks great. Just open it up a little bit, and we'll all get to play with it. So. Yep. So just Hasbro need a support group. Yeah, probably.
And I postulated the question on Twitter the other day. It's like, it'd be interesting if Hasbro could develop a similar app. It doesn't have to, have to be as intense as this because there are a lot of cards in this game,
Mm-hmm.
whereas they don't have a lot of action figures that they, you know, as far as Star Wars goes anyway, to be able to collect and trade action figure cards. I mean, it would help kind of promote the brand.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't really. I mean, as I'm thinking through it and discussing with people online, there isn't really any. I don't know how to say it, as far as what would Hasbro offer as far as an in-app purchase in order for you to continue playing. It's not like you're going to buy a card for an action figure that you can't buy.
You'd be
So
surprised.
yeah, I mean, some people say that's the way it is now. They rather look at pictures of the action figures that they can't find in stores than you know not
Yeah.
have them or whatnot. So
I don't know.
I
I
think
mean,
there's an interesting way to have some sort of a action figure tie-in.
I think I'd certainly be interested. I don't know whether I would pay for it, but looking at collect all the variations of vintage Star Wars cards. All the if somebody had a complete archive or even just a virtual collection kind of thing could
Yeah,
be useful. But it's got to be done the right way. It's got to be addictive. It's got to be fairly commercial and widely available. So yeah, I think there's potential in these things. But
yeah. I thought
could
of
be fun.
a thing that Hasbro could do is like, let's say you get all of these cards and you complete all of these tasks or
Mhm.
whatever, and stretched out over a long enough period of time that they could use the app to reveal a product that's going to be coming.
That's true. That's true. Yep.
So I don't know, just brainstorming, thinking out loud.
Well, they get a lot. It was like the Avengers recently. They had a retweet this to help
Right.
unlock the new Marvel show, and I don't know whether that's actually a great thing. It's a little bit scammy, and I don't
And
know.
what are they going to do? Not release it if they don't get
Well,
a tweet?
it's it kind of goes back to the numbers bravado of likes or retweets or something. Oh, we
Hmm.
get 15,000 retweets of this. What, just to watch a
Right.
trailer? Nobody really cared about the tweet. They cared about unlocking the trailer. So, oh, who cares? I don't know.
Right.
So, but yeah, some cool games on these cards would be good. I agree with you.
Let's see. Just revealed today, John Williams is set to record the score for The Force Awakens in the U.S. In L.A. very soon, over the summer. Anyway,
Hmm.
this was
So
posted on
yeah, we knew he was
StarWars.com.
coming back, obviously.
Right.
I thought this was a little meta in terms of news, but unless I'm missing something, but we
But
knew obviously he was going to do the score, but
right, I think
um,
the main point of this was that this is the
it's in the
first time
US.
that it's been recorded here without the London Symphony Orchestra.
Yep.
So
So well, there you go.
it just
Yeah, Abbey Road was the yep.
it's all that much closer. When John Williams is starting to score stuff, he's actually, obviously he's watching footage in
Exactly.
order to
Lucky
score
man.
things. So it's like people have seen things. It makes me
Slightly
jealous.
jealous. Yep.
What else?
Um,
Celebration. A little bit more news here. There's going to be an Ahsoka Lives Day. This is kind of an unofficial um, event held. I believe it's on Saturday. This was shared by some of our various friends on social media channels. But Ahsoka Lives Day it's on Friday, April 17th. People are encouraged to wear Ahsoka gear, and they are gathering at 3 p.m. for a group photo somewhere, yet to be determined, at the Anaheim Convention Center. I think it's a cool idea. I mean, to help support, and show their love of the whole Ahsoka character.
she's definitely become uber popular. I mean, again, I can't remember we were discussing it here on the Wolfpack, but the character when she first came out was not really liked. It was a little Jar Jarish, a little Ewokish. It was a little bit, who is she? We don't like her. And now it's just, oh
Yeah,
my god, the love for Ahsoka is just. So it's going to be good to see. There's going to be a lot of Ahsoka clones on Friday. It's going to be good fun, and hopefully Ashley will be there to maybe be amongst them all. It'll be a good big photo. So
I'm sure.
yeah.
Well, it's interesting too about Ahsoka's popularity is, there's that whole March Madness thing going on StarWars.com where it's that whole bracketing system like March Madness um, basketball thing.
Yep.
Ahsoka beat out Luke Skywalker to advance to the next round. So that shows you a couple things. Her popularity, the age, I would guess, that people relate with her,
Mm-hmm.
and just, I don't know. It's
It's a
just
young.
weird to think that she beat out Luke Skywalker.
She's popular. She's very, very popular. Which makes me think, what are Hasbro doing with the fact that they've not released a figure of her in an age?
Yeah.
So no, we're getting another one, but yeah, it may be very popular. So there's one to pre-order when it comes out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Let's see. This was a print that you had shared from Chris Travis.
That's right. I love himself. It is going to be a celebration, and this is one of the art shots that he's going to have. It's called "The Folly of TK421." If you remember from A New Hope, he's the guy who taps his helmet, who isn't really obviously TK421 anymore. But it's like one of these hidden scenes of Star Wars that we never quite got to see, which I just liked. So. What happened on the Millennium Falcon and stuffing the bodies in the under the thing, which is another point. What happened to the dead bodies? Did they float around in the Falcon and they're maybe still not being removed? So
empty them with the trash, I guess.
Maybe. So just think that as they flew around the galaxy, there was a couple of dead bodies underneath them. So
that's a great print.
Star Wars is for kids. So yeah, so kind of cool.
And let's see, the last bit of celebration stuff here, I think, for the week is that we are going to be in attendance, obviously, but we're also joining the Wolfpack podcast at the panel at 1:30, right. And we has goodies to give away.
We do have goodies. Let me just share, there's another link there as well. Again, all the show notes and links are available under our videos and on our websites, whatever it may be, so you'll get to see this stuff if you're listening to the show. But yes, the Wolfpack guys, I mean, really, we're part of the Wolfpack, but really Cody is the ringmaster there, and he's really just done a great job. He's got pins to give away. Droxide Toys is giving toys away at the panel, so it's very worth turning up for. And there's other little surprise things coming as well. So do yourself a favor and turn up to the C7 podcast panel for the Wolfpack. Starts at 1:30 on Saturday at Celebration, and you'll get some goodies, and you might see something that you won't anywhere else. So you'll see Jason and I. So yeah, that's a bonus. So yeah, so 1:30 Saturday. Please do come running. Please do. So
let's see. That brings us to our reviews portion of the week. Why don't you start things off with some of your latest acquisitions there?
Yes, we got a couple, only two of them, only one of each. For sample review, the Hasbro Bosk and 6-inch Han Solo, 6-inch Bosk and 6-inch, my 6-inch Bosk and Han Solo outfits. So I took a look at them earlier on through the week and shared them up on my YouTube channel. And the Bosk is knocking it out of the park. He's just fantastic, as is Han Solo, I have to say. I thought we were going to be disappointed. You and I shared a couple of shows where we looked at the helmet, we were concerned about it being a little bit too squidgy, and it's absolutely perfect. It is absolutely
good
perfect.
News.
So, yeah, check out the reviews and see what you think. And again, if you haven't pre-ordered them, they are coming soon. Yes, Walmart did get them a little bit early, and Hasbro brought some of their stock in directly from China. Recently got them in earlier before anybody, but hang in there. All the major retailers and all the online stores will be getting them, so don't panic, just pre-order it, and then you will get it. So, and yes, as we said earlier on, Bosk may be short production run, and so will Han. So, yeah, grab them.
Let's see. That brings us to my reviews for the week. I received the Harrison Dula and Stormtrooper Commander Mission Series set, which is by far one of the better sets that have come out in this wave, and people have been wanting the Hera figures since the whole line launched, so it's nice to be able to complete the whole cast and crew of the Ghost and cast of the show.
I know it took a long time. Really, they dragged
6
that one
months.
out. But she's a great looking figure. I got her this week as well, and just she looks good. Very well done. I love the style of the baggy pants. It just kind of works really well on the character.
Mm-hmm.
So no, it's looking good, and you get some great images. Hop over to Jason's Toy Guide, and you will see all the photographs that he sat up to the wee hours of the morning taking,
Oh, yes.
including these great shots. I mean, that's not awesome to finally get that full kind of set. It really does look good. Star Wars Rebels.
Very fun.
You really should have the 10 Kanans behind him that you have. It's a weird. I mean, when you think about it, Sabine was high in demand, Chopper was high in demand, Hera was high in demand, and the other three are kind of pretty widely available. So
Yeah.
more on the females and droids, Hasbro. So you get some great shots again as usual. So
Thank
love
you.
that Sand Trooper.
Yep, he's fun.
I like him.
Stormtrooper Commander.
Stormtrooper Commander, man. Apologies. Yeah, he's pretty. You know what he is. So
Let's see what else. And then I also uploaded and reviewed a little bit the Ezra Bridger Cadet figure that comes with the Kanan number 55 or whatever it is. The fourth one, anyway.
Such a shame. This is another great pack, and yet we get another Kanan. There's not one bit of difference as far as I can see. So
No.
did you spot anything at all? No.
No.
What a shame.
It's interesting. You know, the Kanan I pretty much omitted from the review as far as talking about it, since there was nothing really new. But it's weird with the Ezra set. The figure is a lot shorter than his regular action figure.
Really?
As far as, you know, in his orange attire versus this.
Yep.
It's kind of interesting. But it's a virtually an all new figure. It's got a new head sculpt. I think the hair is reused, and the helmet is reused from the first release, just repainted. Yep. But the body is all new.
For the jumpsuit.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get the Zer Leonis character from the show. Since they've got all of it here to make one, except for just switch out a head.
That's true. Yeah. Little cadet pack, maybe a pack of 3 or something, or some of the other cadets. That'd be cool.
Yeah, if you compare there's the middle picture there with Kanan and.
Oh wow, good. You're right. Look at that.
Substantially shorter.
That really is substantially shorter. Yeah, and here's less blue rings.
Yep.
Yeah. Much more accurate on that second run there. I mean, I guess Hasbro obviously have had many months to kind of retool and get more digital files and see the show and tweak it, and so yeah, makes sense to kind of.
I'm disappointed that they got the Imperial patch or whatever cog on his arm wrong, because that's the Rebel, or not the Rebel, but that's the Republic logo.
Ah, okay, there you go. Well spotted. Did not notice that.
I don't think anyone else that's done their reviews have noticed that yet, but
there you go. This is why we have to look at your photographs.
It helps.
Nice job.
It's a fun. I mean, it's a great set overall. I mean, you know, for essentially a kid-targeted line, getting 2 figures for $10. You know, one of them's new, but you get a lot of playability out of anything that's included here. So you could have a Kanan in the Phantom, you could have a Kanan fighting the Inquisitor, and a Kanan with the crew. So
these have been incredibly popular online to sell. There are more coming. So if you're watching this show and thinking, where can I get my hands on this, you can get them. Hang in there. Wherever you choose to shop, or Dorset Toys, whatever you want to do, we will be getting more of that's for sure, because they're incredibly popular. More Sabines, more Heras, more of this pack, more of them all. So yeah, stay tuned.
They need to do if they do another Ezra, which they will. They need to do one with the lightsaber now. I mean,
that's right, the proper lightsaber.
Hasbro's got their role-play lightsaber for him. Jax Pacific has the lightsaber that's included with the 20-inch figure. Hasbro, come on.
Well, if you think about it, they could just do another repaint of the initial Ezra, but with the lightsaber. That's another simple, easy one for them to do, really. So.
And I'd buy it.
Yeah, I know. We all have the sickness. So,
let's see.
What'd you buy?
We have new toys and acquisitions for this week. Mine was compared to the previous couple shows, geez, this one was pretty okay as far as a spending standpoint. I did pick up something that I've never had personally before,
Mhm.
the vintage Imperial Troop transport.
Nice.
I
You got addicted from the Rebels version and had to go back and get the
Yep,
nice
and
boxed.
once I get to the photo guide for the Rebels transport, it would kill me if I didn't have the original one to photograph alongside it. So I did pull the trigger on one that includes the box and all of the inserts and
Nice.
stickers and cardboard that goes along inside. I think it's a, I'm pretty sure it's a Empire Strikes Back box. So not the
Beautiful.
original, but it's it's complete, and I'm told that the electronics work. So
Awesome. That we worth
I'll
looking forward to.
I can't wait because one of my friends from high school, well, I guess going back to we were little kids, he had one when he was a kid, and I remember playing with it at his house, and I never had it. So of course, every time we went over there, my friends and I, that's what I would want to play with because that was one of the vehicles I didn't have. I probably wore out his buttons on the top of the transport, but nope, I finally have one after 35 years or whatever it was since it came out.
Nice. Okay, cool. Looking
And then
forward to that.
I did also pre-order that Revoltech Boba Fett from Dorkside Toys.
As did I.
Nice.
I just know this is going to sell it, so that I'm getting more ordering quick. So I picked up some non-Star Wars. That was only Star Wars this week. Some Arrow stuff, which I love. It's an
Mhm.
older Arrow Deathstroke pack, which I managed to get for a bit of a bargain. And finally, this is over a year ago I got ordered this thing, but we'll give a review of this
Oh,
tomorrow on our Tech Sushi channel. It was the Hot Toys Starboost. It's been here for a little while, but the Asian orders, which I placed away back in Australia a year ago, just took a little while to get shipped out. So it's a beautiful piece.
I
So
love that armor.
me too. The kind of honeycomb type stuff all over it, and the gold is just it's beautiful. Lots of little transfers and details. So very nice indeed. So that's me.
Great. With that, I think that is this week's show. Again, as always, we like to thank everyone for watching and sharing our shows each week.
Yep.
We will be back next week with some more goodies, I would hope. Um, until then, we'll see you all later.
See ya.